week's market update and economic calendar. And we'll start off with the economic calendar on Forex Factory today. We see that the Australians changed daylight savings yesterday, and we have bank holidays from China for National Day again Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. When it comes to red news, we've got IC manufacturing out of the US this evening. These are all Singapore times, but really it's a week for central bankers. Australia in focus tomorrow with the RBA cash rate and annual budget release. President Lagarde speaking twice, Fed Chairman Powell speaking. And as we go through the week, we're going to hear from Bank of England Governor Bailey and Bank of Canada Governor McClam. So lots going on with central bankers, and really a week that as we get into it, we may see the news starting to have an increasing bearing on the market. But for now, all eyes will remain on the health of President Trump. I do think the market could easily get spooked at this time. So we'll watch the press release of that and see if we can get a bit more consistent news on what's going on. They don't appear to be giving out particularly consistent stuff at the moment, which is making it a little bit tricky for the market. I'm going to jump into the charts now. And look, it's early in the week, and really for mine, this is always a time for watch and see. It's not a time to be rushing into the market. As we look at the market here, we've seen this larger triangle in Bitcoin start to form a smaller triangle here. We've got to higher lows and lower highs, and it's always a bit of a confusing state. And for mine, given this trend line has held now, a bounce and a little test to this level looks the likely next move for me. Nothing particularly exciting in that, to be fair. Maybe 10,860, somewhere around there before we get a bit of we get to a crucial level where we can start to make a decision as to whether it will bounce or break from that level. Nasdaq, another one that's interesting for mine, has had a nice run down, but put in this double bottom and is now put in a higher high. So from there to there is higher. Looking for it to pull back and potentially to this this horizontal level, create a low in this area here. And again, it's an important time if it was to put in a higher low. We'll be looking for a higher high and possibly a trip back to the highs. So pretty important time at this stage. And if we were to see a higher low form here, honestly, I'd prefer to see maybe a 4-hour bar just break through this support level, put a candle below, and then close above it and cope a little bit more in the bounce. But for now, I'm going to be bullish above 11,242, and I'll be bearish below 11,42 at this point. A lot of charts a little bit like that. Here we are with the S&P 500, still for mine putting in lower highs and lower lows, and really we'd be looking forward to see if we can pop down to this here and put another lower low. In all honesty, I'm reluctant to believe it'll do that, and I wouldn't be at all surprised to see the S&P sit inside the range of perhaps this bar here for the next few days. Gold is another one that is an interesting place technically for us. Again, having sort of had a look at the top of the triangle, we've come off the 100-day moving average. We've popped up here to the monthly pivot, horizontal resistance, and also the 200-day moving average on the 4-hourly chart, which has held it up. And again, some level of consolidation between monthly pivot and the 100-day moving average here on gold looks quite likely to me. A break of either would give us a direction, but for now, trading it from the top to the bottom seems a reasonable move. And if we get our 4-hour close, perhaps above this triangle, then I'd be pretty interested in getting long and taking on perhaps monthly resistance 1. Dollar yen is like many of them really, around key levels. We've seen this level really established, broken, retested, some consolidation above, a little poke below. For mine, I'm going to be looking to trade this long back up to the top of the previous range up around here. And a 4-hour close below this level would get me pretty interested in going short. We talked about, I'm on the different oil one. I'll go to XTI, but similar story at this point. We talked about this, I'll just move this, sorry guys, I'll just move this around for you. There's the, we've been talking a bit about this gap recently and how it still seems to be very much in play, and how we expected it to go from the top of this range down to the bottom and test that. If you're in that trade on Friday, it should be out now for full profit. Should have taken half profit after this bar here. Then we had the retracement and the move, and we were talking about this all last week, so I hope you guys did jump in and grab some money on the oil to the short side. For mine, what next I'd imagine a test of 34.70 is most likely. We'll have to watch this area really closely again. It's 4-hour charts for mine. Looking for a close below, sending us down, or looking for a close above, starting to bring back the top of the range as a possible target for that as well. Euro dollar, similar type thing really. Here's the range. We've had the break. We're back inside it, and that's the important part for mine. At the moment, we have had no closes below the bottom of this range, and I'm going to be looking for a move up towards the top of the range. But again, a close below on a 4-hourly chart could easily see me heading down to new lows down here. Look, I think one of the things in this kind of market is the start of the week. It's been the NFP on Friday, which hasn't given us massive direction at this point. And what we're looking for today is to be patient and let the price action deliver direction for us. I think if we get in too early here, we can easily get caught. My guys have got a bit of a preference for US dollar strength, but they'll wait to see that truly develop. US dollar strength would see the euro heading down, not up. We need to see the technical picture get clearer for that to happen and get a close down in this area here to convince us that we're going, high, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high, lower, low. That's the story for short, but I can't really trade that or be interested in that until I get out of this range. Now I'm back in it, and really the close of this 4-hour bar would be pretty interesting to me. For mine, it's time for patience. It's not a time to be rushing into positions today. Keep your positions small. Remember that news on Trump could move the market around quite quickly, particularly in oil from what we saw, and US indices from what we saw on Friday. It's always the same story, guys. I really encourage you guys, take your time, make good decisions and implement those decisions. Try and keep the emotion out of it, guys. Stay nice and calm. He who stays calm longest is likely to make the most money. Take care, trade well. I'll be back next week to give you another brief overview of the market and the economic calendar. Cheers, guys. Bye.